Taking off the burrs. Now I got to change the, put a disc on here. Change this wire brush off here. This is a Milwaukee 9-inch grinder. This is a cup brush. Change it to a disc. I got a cutoff disc. What I'm making here is a device to keep this fence on here, to hold it in one position. So we'll try something, see if it works. If it don't, we'll do it over. Okay, well, we got a little piece here. Got to sharpen my pencil. I use a utility knife. I've been doing this for 30 years, so 32 years to be exact. So I have my own method of sharpening my pencil. you go. That's got a couple rough edges. Clean it up with a knife so it doesn't cut my fingers. Or clean it up with a file. This particular file, I've got a wood handle on it, and I've got a wood handle on it, and what I did was I drilled a series of holes, and so I could accommodate the taper on the end of this file, and then I heated up the end of the file and put a heat sink here on this portion of the file so that the file didn't get too hot, and so it would be untempered. This, by the way, is a Nicholson file. But anyways, I heated this tang up on the file and burnt this handle on there. And this is oak. Making sure that this is somewhat square here to this surface of the vise. Like that. Bend her over. Got to drill a couple holes. This is a pilot hole. If you want to use a cordless drill, that's fine. I think cordless drills are for kids, but that's my personal opinion. They're pretty convenient, and I use them on the job site, but in my shop I don't use them too much. I had a keyless chuck on this drill. I took it off and I don't use it anymore, and I put a keyed chuck on it. It's just my preference, because like this right here, I'm drilling 1/8 inch steel with a cobalt bit. I don't want it to slip in here. Since I drilled that pilot hole, it's going to make this hole go a lot easier. Got to be careful with a cobalt bit, because if it catches, the cobalt bit's no good. It'll break in half. There you go, that easy. Gonna blow away the chips. I keep my air gun handy. Again, I'm going to take my file, my Nicholson, pile it up a little bit, take off the burrs. Always have a good vise, because my vise takes a lot of abuse. And it works just fine. Right now I'm going to file the burrs off a little bit more. So I don't cut my fingers. Okay, now what I want this to do here is, want this to slip on here like this, and I want this to turn like that, so that I can turn this bolt. And then I'm going to put a little washer in there. I have my washers organized like that. This little box of bolts costs about $2 because I think they're made in some foreign country. But anyways, I'm going to put a little washer on there. It's kind of hard to find the right size washer. I put my washers and everything where I know where they're at. File it a little bit. Then I have a little tool like this. I have seen these, something similar at home centers. And I'm going to measure my little wire hook to see how big it is. It's a little bit over 1/8. I bought these drill bits a long time ago, and bought them at a discount home center. I didn't really care for the drill bits, but I do like the box. And if they break, that's okay. I'll just go buy another drill bit, put it in there. So I'll find one that's a little bit over 1/8. Drill the hole. Now we'll go over to the vise again. Take the old drill bit out of there. One thing you can do to get your drill bit in there faster, go like that. you hold your chuck. I do have another Milwaukee drill, but I like this little one here. Whenever I'm drilling holes in steel, I have my oil can here. It's pretty helpful. I made a punch mark where I want to drill it. Go to work. Drill a little bit, put a little oil on it. Sort of move your oil back into the hole. And it'll go through eventually. File it on the other side. Right there you can see there's a bunch of burrs in there. Often for small holes, I use this part of the file. All right. Okay, one thing I got to do is got to put a slot in the end of this bolt so that I can turn it with a screwdriver. Got to go back and forth.